A collaboration of Dunedin groups got together on the weekend to celebrate World Peace Day. The collaboration included everyone from Students for a Free Tibet and the Dunedin Yoga Studio to the organisation for Global Nonviolent Action. We're joined tonight by co-founder of that organisation, Joe Llewellyn. Good evening, Joe.
Hi.
Tell us a little bit about World Peace Day. When did it begin?
Well, World Peace Day was formed in the UK by a man called Jeremy Gilley, who in 1999 had the idea that if we're going to create world peace, we need to start by maybe if we had one day where we had a global ceasefire, then we could work from there. So he started out of an office in his parents' house with no funds, and a few years later it was a worldwide event recognised by the United Nations.
What are the objectives of the day?
Well, firstly, to promote the idea that we can have world peace and that there are ways of getting there, and that cycles of violence can't really be broken by violence, that we need to be peaceful to do that. And also to encourage people to actively try and create world peace. Worldwide, in 2007 in Afghanistan, the group that started this movement organised a ceasefire where there was a 70% reduction in violence and 1.4 million children got vaccinated by aid organisations again. So it's kind of about education and action, really.
Now tell us about what happened on the weekend.
On the weekend, well, on Friday we had a panel discussion at the university where we had people from different departments come together and talk about how we could create peace in New Zealand, and that was full and streamed online. On Saturday we had an event from 11 until 4 o'clock where we had lots of talks, teachings, food, music, a yoga mala for world peace, and it finished with a choir from Arthur Street School singing 1960s peace songs. Oh,
nice. Now, how successful would you say the events were?
I thought they were very successful considering our small budget and the small group of people working on it. We filled the event at the university and we had a few hundred people come through to the Octagon at the weekend. So.
Now, there's quite a variety of the groups that are involved. What do yoga devotees and Free Tibet activists have in common?
I think everybody really wants peace, but there's kind of different ways of achieving that. So personally, I take a lot of inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi, and he kind of presented two ways we can create peace. One's like through inner peace, where when we commit to peace and non-violence, we affect everyone else around us, and also by taking collective action together to create world peace and challenge the structures and cultures that create violence.
What do you think needs to happen to bring about world peace?
To bring about world peace? It's a big question. I think firstly, if more people commit to non-violence and try and incorporate that into their thoughts, their speech and their actions, that has a big effect on people. I think also we need to educate at all levels, which the National Centre for Peace and Conflict Studies is doing a good job of at the uni. And also I think we need to act. I think until people get together and really challenge the things that create violence in the world, there won't be much of a change.
Do you think that any progress is being made in the area?
I do. I think, well, in Dunedin, for example, we've had the National Peace Centre set up, which is growing rapidly and organising lots of events. I think in the last 15 years worldwide, there's been a lot more opposition to war and violence than there has been the 100 years before that, which is really positive. And there's been a lot more successful non-violent resistance movements around the world as well.
Organisation for Global Nonviolent Action co-founder Joe Llewellyn, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you very much.